I'm team everyone.
I'm team millennials. I got a bunch of supportive DMs last night being like, don't let the haters stop you from doing your thing. It was Kevin G.
I agree. I like to keep millennials for myself. I'm selfish that way.
Yeah. Well, good morning to all of our millennials.
Some of our viewers are not
millennials. We have Gen Zers and we have a bunch of moms. So
we have a bunch
we should
of
be
moms,
respectful.
Young moms, old moms, grandmoms.
New moms, fresh moms, red moms, blue moms.
Soon to be moms.
Yes.
We're all about the
one
mom
right
community.
here.
Stop. I'm so excited for the day.
Me too.
Except then you're going to move that chair and put in a lazy boy.
Oh my God. That is such a good idea.
Yeah.
And like, I'm really excited for that day, but like, then I have to stop drinking. So like, I'm not that excited yet.
Yeah. But then you'll have that pregnancy glow.
No, totally.
Which I think the pregnancy glow is just from
sweat.
not drinking.
No, and I also don't need like to be bigger and sweatier. Like I have enough of that right now. I need to get this under control before I move forward into taking control of someone else's life.
Okay, that's very fair.
But today's Thursday, April 19th.
It is a chilly Thursday.
Shout out to my twin friends, Anna and Rachel. It's their birthday. It's also the anniversary of the day I got my period.
Oh, wow.
For the very first time.
What grade were you in?
I was in the 8th grade.
Me too.
And I remember...
A very good time to get it.
I agree.
Because you're not first, but you're not last.
Yeah, and honestly...
Margot was first.
Margot had, I think, the worst possible. We had moved schools. Our parents got divorced, and we like moved to the city, and we started a brand new school.
Which is like
it's
the worst
very
thing,
dramatic.
Which is the worst thing a child can go through.
And in the 5th grade, Margot
on her first
got
day
her period
of her new
on her
school.
First day of a new school.
In the 5th grade.
Wearing a skirt.
Was it 5th grade or was it nursery?
Whatever it was fucking early.
Oh my God. Oh, is she gonna be mad at us for telling that story?
Who cares? My story is very normal. Wait, no, I wasn't in the 8th grade. I was in the 7th grade, and I was going to soccer practice.
And what happened?
I had to go pick up some pads, and like Daddy was waiting outside Dwayne Reed, and I was like, "Don't come in." I was being like such a woman, you know. I'm like, "Do not come in. I will be back." But so today has multiple meanings. So it's the first day I got my period. It is also my friend Anna and Rachel's birthday. That's how I always remember it, and it's also the yahrzeit of our grandfather. So like I always remember.
It's a big day for you.
I always remember all three things.
And then tomorrow is the birthday of your son.
Yes! Oh my God. Okay, so weird. Theo's birthday is 4/20. Me and Ben always laugh because like we don't smoke pot, but we're like we're gonna get so high on like Ben's birthday, but we're not.
On Theo's birthday.
On Theo's birthday. But Theo has a Cavalier friend named Ruby, who like they're so cute and like they always hang out. And it turns out Ruby's birthday is to the 21st.
So are they gonna do a joint party?
So Ruby's having a birthday on Sunday, so we're just gonna pretend it's like Theo's party.
Okay, good, because I was waiting to make plans tomorrow because I didn't know if Theo was gonna throw himself a party.
Maybe we'll do just like a celebratory Shabbat dinner.
Oh, that's nice. Where Theo's the star. Maybe he could like eat with us at the table, his dinner,
so
while we have our
Actually,
dinner.
I won't be at dinner tomorrow night.
You won't?
No, I'm not.
Where will you be?
I just have plans.
You're so busy
I am.
and shady.
I know. No, it's
I'm
not
so
shady.
excited for Theo's first birthday. I feel like he's had a whirlwind of a year.
Yeah.
Like, lest we forget, Theo is a Texas boy.
No, he's a Texas boy at heart. He's come so far in the big city. I honestly.
He's just like Zach.
I couldn't be more proud of him.
He's just like Zach, which is weird because like Zach doesn't feel any kinship towards him.
And Zach goes to the bathroom in the house.
And Zach is a nephew hater.
Yeah, totally. And Theo definitely can like sense it.
No, totally. He is not a good Uncle Sneeches.
No, he's not.
I hope he's better to your actual children.
Same. Yes. Wait, no, I had one more thing to say. Oh, so like he's just come so far in the past year, and like it's almost meant to be what?
You really missed an opportunity to wear your period sweater.
Fuck.
Who
I
just
didn't
made
even
that
think
call?
of it.
Mary Wheat, great call.
Thank
if I had
you.
known this was such a special day to you, I'll have to put it in my planner.
Wait, everyone, please comment in the Facebook and
They
YouTube
are.
streams the first time you got your period.
I
And,
got my period-
Does anyone have like a crazy story?
I got my period in the 8th grade. It was a cold January's day. And it was very normal, and it was the right time for me personally.
Yeah, you were ready
I
for it.
remember the summer before.
What shade of red was it? Brown?
Okay, now you're being disgusting. That's the sort of thing that we talk about on the Patreon.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
The summer before, Margot Lewin got her period at camp, and I slapped her, and she didn't know that it was a thing, so she was shook. And
That's what you're supposed to do. Like Jewish mothers like slap you.
Yeah.
When you get your period, apparently it means something. But
I don't think it means anything. I
no,
think
it's like an
just
old Yiddish.
excuse.
It's like what they did in Poland, you know?
Yeah, but like
In the shtetls.
Yeah.
I remember the day Olivia got her period, she went to the nurse's office, and I happened to be in the nurse's office, like faking illness. She was wearing white, juicy sweatpants. She got sent home.
Of course, that would only happen to Olivia.
She got sent home.
Alana Paris said 6th grade, and my teacher wouldn't let me go to the bathroom. That's abuse.
That is abuse. That would never happen in today's world. Because like,
no, you could sue.
No,
you would go viral.
Having a period is empowering.
You would put your stained pants on the internet.
No, you get a GoFundMe.
Yeah.
The
For new
obsession
pants.
like BuzzFeed has with periods and like embracing your period. This is the thing. I'm a feminist. Like, I think being a woman is amazing and we fucking deserve equal rights, and the fact that like we don't is bullshit. But I will never embrace my period or like be public about it. Like,
Okay.
the most public thing I'll do is like have a tampon like sneaking out of here because I hide it in my shirt to go to the bathroom and change it.
Okay, you say that, but we've just spent 5 minutes
totally.
openly talking about periods, and you talking about different colors of periods. You
I was
wear a
kidding, I
period
was kidding,
sweater.
I was kidding, I was
don't know,
kidding.
maybe you should apply for a job at BuzzFeed.
I'm so good. Here are the list of things I would rather do than work at that shithole. I would rather get rid of Theo. Okay, seriously.
Before his first birthday?
I don't
You
care.
would rather miss his birthday.
I would rather have Theo live with someone else, okay? I would rather watch the movie Lobster for 24 hours straight, over and over. And I would also rather watch someone blind themselves with a knife than ever work at BuzzFeed.
Okay, that's pretty fair.
Here is the morning toast. I'm Claudia Oshry, girl with no job.
I'm Jackie Oshry, Jackie O Problems, and here are the fast 5 stories that you need to know before you wake up and take a bite out of your morning toast. Every time we say that, I get so hungry.
By the way, I've been like, in our old show, like I used to not eat before and I was fine. Like now I'm not okay. I'm fucking starving.
You used to have like goldfish before and stuff.
Yeah, but like that stuff makes you hungrier.
But it just holds you over during
I'm
the show.
starving.
I agree.
I'm not gonna lie. The
very
snacks here
aware.
are not premium.
I think it's because we've been waking up really early.
Yeah,
to
we gotta
get
stop
here.
doing that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then your hunger won't hit you till after the show, and we can go have
What
a
are
bite
the
to
fast
eat.
5 stories?
The first story, which I love, it's a little weenie, but Josh Groban and Sara Bareilles to host the 2018 Tony Awards.
Oh, that's nice. I kind of categorize Josh Groban in that category of like Kelly Clarkson, Pink. Like doesn't get as much respect as they should, but is supremely talented.
Supremely talented, works with David Foster as Living the Dream. Also dated Katy Perry, which is so underrated, but I kind of see them together.
Is he still with Kat Von D, whatever her name
Kat
is?
Dennings, no.
No, that's
But
sad.
I think
well,
he
you know
has.
what? She unfollowed me on Instagram, so I'm good. Even though we like DM'd a lot.
That's weird. Maybe she just like her publicist told her to cut down on her ratio.
No, I think like when our whole thing went down, like I think she didn't want to be near me because like I'm toxic now. That's what I think.
Oh, you think it was
I
during
think
that
it happened
time?
during that time, which is like not
Oh.
cool. Come on.
That's so interesting. I wish you could know.
I know. I actually checked a lot of like the famous personas who like followed me to see if anyone unfollowed me because they thought I was like mean. And for the most part, nobody wavered. Zoe Deutsch unfollowed me, but I don't know if that was before. I think it was before.
I don't see her as being a fan of your work.
I don't see us like getting along at all. Like not whatsoever.
She must have followed you by accident. No
Yeah,
offense.
100%.
Yeah, I
But
wouldn't-
like me and Kat Von D, Dennings, whatever her name is,
We get along.
We DM'd like about scrunchies, and she gave me a lot of insight on like how to sleep with a blowout. So whatever.
If it's good enough for Josh Groban, it's good enough for you.
You guys, no love lost over Kat Dennings. That show sucks.
For sure.
What's it called?
Two Broke Girls.
Yeah, whatever.
It's a story about us. I don't know. I just want to see Josh Groban happy and like with someone who has an equally good personality because I'm pretty sure he's really funny. Also, like little known fact about me, I think I'm Josh Groban's like #1 fan.
I think you are too.
Of women who are below 30
And of women like who have known about his work like since the age of
since the inception.
before he started singing English songs. We used to listen to
Mi
Oceano.
mancherai?
Yeah, like Oceano. We used to listen. I know all the words to
Panis
Oceano. And I think
Angelicus?
it's Italian.
Panis Angelicus.
No, we were so cultured growing
No,
up. Why
I
were we listening to
fucking
Josh Groban?
Stan Josh Groban.
But then when Josh Groban came out with like American music, it was good too. But like I enjoyed Oceano much more.
like You Raise Me Up doesn't even do it for me.
no, you're so wrong. It's
No,
literally
like it's good, but that's what everyone knows him for. But it's not my favorite Josh Groban song.
You are love.
You guys, if you are
good.
willing to like take a chance on some unknown scenes, like listen to some Josh Groban today. I really don't think you'll be disappointed.
If you
did-
take baths, I highly suggest Oceano.
he did an album of covers.
Quiero solo
He did an
Oceano.
album of covers of Broadway shows, and there's one that he did with Kelly Clarkson, and it's
The
fantastic.
Dream. Was Pink there too?
No, I think she was a producer with
Obviously.
David Foster, the Dream Team.
Right. So David Foster discovered Josh Groban. He discovered Celine Dion. He's an eye for that.
Do you want to know an interesting fact? Do
An
you want to
ear.
know how he discovered Josh Groban?
Yeah.
He needed someone to fill in the studio to sing Andrea Bocelli stuff that had that sort of tone.
Right.
But just as like a stand-in, like a, what's it called, an understudy?
Right.
And then he like discovered
Like a
him
seat
that
filler.
way. Yeah. Josh Groban was a seat filler for Andrea Bocelli, and that's where he is in my heart as well.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like Josh Groban more than Andrea Bocelli.
Me too, but I think we're supposed to.
No, I just know more Josh Groban songs. That's what it is.
Yeah.
They're both
And-
supremely talented.
And
I
Josh
love
Groban
the word
is
supremely.
primarily English, whereas Andrea Bocelli is
But
very
what's that
Italian.
one song, like the Andrea Bocelli song, like that they also sing?
It's from Step Brothers.
Step Brothers, yeah.
It's
Con te Tarantino.
I've never seen Josh Groban in concert though.
Me neither.
And I've seen Andrea Bocelli twice.
When we were younger, we used to go to Atlantis like all the time, and he had a residency there. There would always be a big
Shut
sign
the
of him,
fuck
but we
up.
didn't really know who he was. Like we like knew like some.
Oh my God, we need to go see Josh Groban in
Let's
concert.
get on it.
Okay.
I'll text David Foster because you do know that I do have his phone number.
Claudia.
Should we FaceTime David Foster right now?
No, just in case.
No,
it
I don't wanna
doesn't-
abuse it. I
Just
don't
in
wanna
case it
abuse it.
doesn't end well. But can you ask about Josh Groban's tour schedule?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways,
I gotta go to LA so I can go to dinner with David Foster.
him and Sara Bareilles are hosting the 72nd annual Tony Awards, which will air
sorry.
live from Radio City Music Hall in New York City on June 10th.
I fucking hate Sara Bareilles. I'm so sorry. I know people love her.
I don't love her,
but
but
like
what's there to hate?
so much, and we just don't need a world with both Sara Bareilles and Colby Calais. Like, there's only room for one of them, and I much prefer Colby Calais' music.
I disagree. I think Sara Bareilles like brings something to the.
And for some
the
reason,
table.
like the musical Waitress, like pisses me off. I don't know why. Like that, I don't know if you guys know what it is if you don't live in New York, but there's ads for it everywhere. And like Sara Bareilles wrote the music for it. She starred in it, and now they have like D-list talent being rotated in. Like Jason Mraz is in it now. Like, I'm sorry, I have no time for Waitress nor Sara Bareilles. And like she had one good song,
She had a couple.
love song.
What brave gravity?
Oh,
You're wrong.
sorry. Actually, I take it back. Gravity's the best song of all time, but I prefer it sung by Alex and Sierra from X Factor than I do Sara Bareilles.
Okay, but they wouldn't have sung it if it weren't for her.
Actually, now that I think about it, Gravity was like my go-to shower song, like that I really practice my vocal like abilities. How does it start? By the way, whenever I think of whenever I think of a song to sing and I start like about to sing it, for some reason I always start singing "I am not a stranger to
That's because
the
that's the
dark."
greatest song known
of all
to
time.
man.
How does it start?
Um,
Fall another moment into your gravity. Such a good song.
wow. I'm
It's
glad
a little
you moved
high.
on from it.
Here I am, and I stand so tall. My right foot is falling asleep. I'm left
That's
foot
because you're
actually.
sitting on it. Why don't you rotate them out?
No, I'm good.
Anyways, I'm here for this. I probably still won't watch the Tonys because I am Broadway's least #1 fan.
But I feel like the Tonys are lit, and you know what everyone should do once they're done watching the toast and then sharing the toast on their feed and sharing it with their friends?
And following Girl with No Job, Jackie O Problems, Boy with No Job, Pup with No Job, Olivia Oshry, Margot Oshry, Body by Snitch, Hungover and Hungry.
I think that's it.
Yeah, that's a good amount.
Is they should go watch Leah Michelle's Don't Rain on My Parade cover at the Tonys where she sings to Beyonce. Beyonce's sitting in the front row, and she does it how she did in Glee. She like walks from the back of the stadium and like enters, and she's like singing to Beyonce, and Beyonce's like loving it.
That's so
and
crazy
Jay-Z.
that the Tonys took creative direction from Glee.
Glee is very impactful in so many fields. I think it was a little ahead of its time because like back then we were still using words like "that's so gay." Like back then we weren't appreciative of it. Like
I think it came at the perfect time because it came at a time when we needed to change.
Maybe it ignited.
It propelled some change.
I just think I watch it now and like I learned so much. It's really like an amazing show.
It is, but it got kind of weird and bad at
No,
towards the
yeah.
end.
Season, I only consider like real Glee, like seasons 1 through 5.
Before they all graduated.
Moved to New York, yeah.
Yeah.
I just think like every kid should watch it. First of all, it's just amazing to like learn songs. And I learned a lot of songs like not from my generation. Like literally one of my favorite songs is Fat Bottom Girls by Prince or someone else.
Noah.
Fat Bottom Girls. Who
Yeah.
sings it?
Noah Puckerman.
Yeah, right. Rest in peace.
Oh my God, that's so sad.
I know, I have a hard time like separating the characters from the actors. Like Leah Michelle is fucking unbelievable. She is always, her name's Rachel.
Yeah. What about Naya Rivera? She really distanced herself from Glee
Santana.
when she commented on Kim Kardashian's Instagram with negative thoughts.
I'm sorry, but you're a mom. Please, so are you. With David Spade or whatever.
I can't keep up. Anyways, congratulations to Josh Groban and Sara Bareilles. When we have like a free minute, when we can't think of what to talk about, a la yesterday's closing.
Yeah. Well, here are some things I want to talk
We should
about.
think of people who Josh Groban should date because
Okay.
he is such a catch.
Can you write this down on your little iPad? These are things I want to talk
Okay,
about
hold
because I
on.
always forget.
Okay, hold on. I have so many notes.
People have some questions about the Patreon, so I just want to address that a little later.
Patreon.
Josh Groban, who he should date.
Josh Groban, girlfriend.
And then I want to talk a little bit more about my Caroline show because I have a few tickets to sell and I need to plug it.
Okay.
I don't know what we would do without this iPad. And my mug.
And just think how much you made fun of me for it.
I really want like more like content in my mug. Can I have your water?
Yes, of course.
I'm like loving being a muggy steen, you know?
Yeah, you're mugging out.
Can you guys hear this? ASMR?
Your ASMR, ASMR is not pleasing.
Okay, ASMR is
That
fucking
stuff
amazing.
that you made me watch of the crunching and whatever.
It's amazing.
It's not amazing. Okay, are you ready for the next story?
Yes.
Danielle Staub is filming a destination wedding for Real Housewives of New Jersey. There's going to be another wedding by Bravo. An insider told Page Six on Wednesday that Danielle Staub's upcoming wedding with Marty Caffrey will be filmed for Real Housewives of New Jersey. They're getting married May 5th on Bimini Island, an insider said. Bravo cameras will film it. Bimini Island, that sounds lit.
Yeah,
and
wait.
the only reason why I know anything about Bimini is one, because they went there on Siesta Key.
Yes, that's the only reason I know. And they went in The Bachelor.
And that's where Rachel and Vanessa fought, but
Secretly.
we never got to see it. I just wish they would release the tapes.
I know.
We should start a petition
welcome to your tape.
for ABC to release the
Wait,
tapes.
I had something to say that I didn't talk about on our recap yesterday of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, is that Camille got engaged. And I thought that Kyle's reaction was like so genuine. I was like, that is such a nice reaction.
What? And I thought Vanderpump's reaction was so bitchy, like
Yeah,
talking
condescending,
about everything.
Like, finally, good for you. You've been through so much.
I saw like a quote card recently that really spoke to me. It was like, the people who always talk about your past, like, I don't know, I forget.
Or need not be in your future is how it should have ended.
Like because like they're trying to like they don't want good things for your future.
No, I agree.
Someone tagged me and it was so poignant, and that's how I felt about Vanderpump talking about Camille.
I completely agree.
Also, Camille and I have the same style
Ring.
engagement ring,
You do.
and so I love her even more.
I'm really happy for her.
Even though she brings a tote to the club.
But she also brings a good attitude and a good time, so that's all you can really ask for.
And she looks, they replayed the scene of her and Kelsey getting out of the limo. She looks the exact same.
Yeah.
But
that limo scene is like so iconic. They go out separate doors because like they were on different cabs.
Kelsey was so out of control.
So out of control. And he put her on that show so he could have an affair.
And so that he could divorce her and like leave her with a job, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, he took care, and she also got $30 million. So like she's really fine. But like now that I think about it, like $30 million is like not enough for me.
And forever.
Right.
At the level that she was living at.
With 2 kids. And I'm sure she was like solely responsible.
She has more than 2 kids, I think.
Whatever.
I think she has like 4.
But I guess she gets child support too, because the kids are young.
No, well, are they? Oh yeah, they're like all underage models.
Yeah.
And they like can't work in certain countries.
Yeah, and they're no Delilah Bells.
I mean, Delilah Bell even is no Gigi Hadid.
I know, but like I kind of like Delilah Bell more than I like Gigi Hadid.
Well, that's because at the stage Gigi was at when she was at Delilah's stage, we loved her more than anyone in the whole world.
I hope Delilah doesn't become overexposed like Gigi. Remember, like I was obsessed with Gigi like before anyone else was.
No, I was obsessed with Gigi. Like I used to
when she was eating almonds.
Like I used to tweet pictures of her like every single day, just like I was like a Gigi Hadid fan account.
And then like when she got famous, we were like happy for her, and then she became like everywhere and everything, and like we were so over it. But like I was like really Gigi Hadid's like first fan when she was doing that guest photo shoot, and she was like
on the horse, and like Yolanda was telling her
she had the best body ever, and now she weighs like 40 pounds less. It's crazy. Because like back then, I thought she was the skinniest, prettiest girl alive, and like the fact that she looks nothing like that girl like makes me sad.
I understand. An insider also told us back in February that Staub and Caffrey were planning to tie the knot over the summer when her daughters Christine and Jillian were off from school, as they'll serve as her bridesmaids, including Melissa Gorga, who broke that news on our show. The couple was thinking of a tropical location like St. Thomas at the time. Another source hinted that they pushed the wedding up for the show so she could demand a bigger paycheck next season. Staub filmed their engagement for the show back in May, but appeared on the series in a friend capacity. Yeah, and I wonder if like Bravo will foot any of the bill.
I don't think so, but when Danielle came on our show, she told us backstage like she was initially like kind of pissed that they made her friend of housewife, but that in the end it really ended up working out. And so this time I hope they give her the respect that she deserves. I think they will because of the wedding.
According to her Instagram, she posted something that made it seem like they will, and also Siggy's out, so that leaves an open spot.
What do they carry in Jersey? Not apples, not peaches, not diamonds.
Maybe not. Some cities don't carry anything.
Oh, you're right. What do they carry in Orange County?
Oranges.
Oh, duh.
In Texas, they carry stars, I think.
Oh, that's cute.
In Atlanta, I think they carry peaches.
Yeah, well, that makes sense.
In New York, they carry apples.
What do they carry in Miami?
A sun? I don't know.
Wait, does anyone know? Someone leave a comment. Drop a comment.
Yeah, drop a comment. Okay. I feel bad that there's no expanding on that story.
No, yeah.
I'm excited for her. Real Housewives of New Jersey, like...
doesn't do it for me anymore.
It doesn't pull me in the way the other franchises do.
I feel like I've really matured in like the sense that when Housewives was like at its peak, I was in high school, and I was like a big New Jersey, Teresa flipped the table, big New York fan, like dabbled in Beverly Hills, didn't watch Atlanta. But my taste in Housewives franchises has really evolved where like Atlanta's like almost my number 1, and I can't be bothered with New Jersey. I just feel like
Atlanta's your number 1?
Yeah.
You didn't even watch a reunion.
Yes, I did. Well, I didn't watch this most recent episode yet.
Oh.
I didn't watch New York either.
That.
It's so good.
I feel like Beverly Hills is your number 1.
Well, honestly, whatever's on is usually my number 1. But just in terms of like taking a step back, looking at it from an aerial view, like what gave me the most to work with this franchise on and off screen, and that was Real Housewives of Atlanta.
For me, it's probably
Justice for
Beverly
Phaedra.
Hills.
Yeah.
Like I don't follow anyone from Atlanta. I don't know if I follow Kim. I follow Brielle.
I follow Kim, Nene, Brielle, and I used to follow Phaedra, but she needs justice.
I met Phaedra and I loved her.
You know who makes me love Phaedra?
The Points guy?
The Points guy. The Points guy's best friends with Phaedra.
That's where I met her.
Yeah, and he's just like,
she was great.
yeah.
She was so nice and
We gotta
complimentary
get the Points guy
towards me.
back on.
And she's like my height, so I just appreciate people who are short because we just see the world in the
From a
same
different
way.
view, yeah.
Anyways, this next story is like sad and like conflicting. Abby Lee Miller has been diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, doctor says. One day after going emergency surgery for what was initially thought to be a spinal infection, Abby Lee Miller has been preliminary diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, cancer that develops in the lymphatic system, People confirms. It was not an infection, it was a type of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. It's a type of cancer.
Ooh.
We're getting an oncologist involved and we have to figure out what the next steps are as far as chemotherapy or radiation or more spine surgery. Depending on the tumor type, depending on the sensitivity of the tumor, it just depends the type, but I feel more than yes, she will undergo chemotherapy or radiation. That's really sad. And also, like, now that I think about it, so, like, she went to jail, so obviously, like, people are up in arms with her, but, like, she went to jail for, like, a non-violent crime. Like, she didn't pay her taxes.
A victimless crime.
Like, the only person that she harmed was, like, the government, which is, like...
They needed it.
Yeah, like, what, so she could give them more money for taxes so they could not do anything and my tits could jiggle on the road? Like, I'm fine.
The joke about tits jiggling on the FDR is so funny. Like,
no, my tits don't jiggle on the FDR because that's actually paved. When I was meeting you the other day downtown, we had to drive at a glacial pace because the roads are unpaved.
it's
like,
not, it's, you know, the city is not safe for big-breasted women.
No, it's not.
And you know what? We should start a party.
The BBW party? that's big, beautiful women.
No.
That's a whole other
big-breasted women. And it's just like the coalition needs to get air conditioning on the subway because I get under-boob sweat on the subway. We need to invest in paved roads. And there's just other things that as a big-breasted woman, like New York is not providing for me. Do you know what I mean?
And also like the tampon tax.
By the way,
you heard about
the
that?
more I think, okay, so my friend Margot's sister, Abigail, is like really into all this stuff. And she like mentioned it once when we were like out in the Hamptons and she was like, that you have to pay taxes on tampons. I'm like, well, of course you do. And then I'm like, wait, that's fucked up.
Right? Like, what, do you want me to bleed in the streets?
Right, but no, men don't.
If
Like,
you had it your
what's
way?
a thing that men need like every month that they have to pay for?
That
Nothing.
women don't. Because you can't say razors because women need razors too.
Right. Shampoo, like, yeah, totally. And like, the more I thought about it, I'm like, she's right. This is bullshit.
No, it's bullshit. Like, and tampons are already so expensive as
And
it
like,
is.
when it comes to tampons, like, I need the Gucci of tampons. Like, I will not
course.
stand for cardboard applicators or let alone no applicators.
That's insane.
When I was in Israel,
My first time I bought tampons, I didn't know what was
Right.
what, and they bought no applicator tampons, and I had no clue what. I didn't use them.
That's fucking
and I
vile.
couldn't use. I couldn't use them.
Yeah.
It was so sad. Wow, this episode is really like enlightening.
Wait, back to Abby
so
Lee
wait,
Miller.
Which tampons do you use?
Tampax Sport, the best.
Playtex Gentle Glide.
Sport is the best. Even though
love
I couldn't
Sport.
play less sports and I couldn't need anything like it.
Playtex Sports commercials are the best.
Such
Like,
a period-filled episode.
no, I know, but you know, like we're dispelling myths around menstruation.
Yeah, I hope we have a lot of male viewers today
By
because
the
like
way-
it's, education is power.
Playtex Gentle Glide, you guys.
Shift into glide. That's the commercial.
And then also we were talking about the other day how apparently tampons have so many like
Chemicals. Well, because we were in the bathroom here and there's a Lola tampon and I worked with Lola once and like I learned so much that like literally tampons made in like regular like any company you've ever heard of like is filled with chemicals.
And it makes sense because like some of them are scented and
Right.
that's
Ugh.
just so scary to be putting that stuff in your insides.
I know. So like, and then my friend Rachel, she was like, "Yeah, I use Lola." I'm like, "Oh, you do?" She's like, "Yeah." Like, do you know? And she's like, not like that. She's not like earthy. She's like, "Yeah. Why do you want to put all those chemicals up your vagina?" I'm like, "You're right. So simple."
So simple. Okay.
So maybe I'll switch.
I think we should. There's no reason not to. Anyways,
And Margot, our sister, used to work / still kind of works at the company that started Lola.
yeah. So it's
So maybe she
sisters
could get us some
supporting
free
sisters.
tampons.
Or you could just take them from the bathroom.
Yeah, tampons are so expensive. And by the way, I never have them.
That's what brought us to the root of this conversation.
But back to Abby Lee Miller. She's been through so much. A victimless crime, I totally agree. And like justice for Maddie Ziegler, you know? Actually,
She was
justice is
on
preserved.
Tyler Henry Medium last night,
She
but
was?
I paused it to take a phone call, and of course my YouTube TV like fucked up at night.
Jackie's over YouTube TV.
Well, because last night was the last straw, and Zach agrees with me because he's been standing YouTube TV, and last night they don't have CW, and that was it. Like I think Zach actually likes Riverdale more
Yeah.
than I do, so we were really upset. And then we looked at the package, and this is what's so deceptive. It says that they have CW, but really they just have the CW app. My
everyone can
iPad
have.
has the CW
Yeah.
app. That's such bullshit. And honestly, YouTube, like I expected more from you. I didn't expect deception.
Wait, back to Maddie Ziegler. I'm not one to talk shit about a minor, so I won't. But I did read a blind about her.
Stop.
But the blind was ambiguous, and all it said was that she has a huge secret coming out. They didn't say what it was, but they're like, it could ruin her career. So I'm like, what the hell
It
is
could also
it?
make her career.
Right.
Also, Titus Burgess
Love him.
was on Hollywood Medium, and every time I
He
see
was?
him on something, yeah, and so was Jax. But of course, I didn't actually get to see anyone's reading except for Titus. And every time I see him on something, it makes it so clear, like, this isn't the first time I felt this, that he's really not Titus Andromeda.
Okay, I completely agree. I met him.
Like, he doesn't like singing Pinot Noir.
Okay, ready? I met him at my old job at a company whose name we shall never utter on this show. And they had a lot of celebrity talent coming in, and my job was to like, this was like way back in the day when I was still in college, my job was like to take pictures, get like social media content of the celebrities like at the company. So obviously I was so excited to meet Titus Andromedon, and I was like, please sing Pinot Noir. He could not have been meaner, and he was like, no. He's like, that's not my thing. I'm like, so what is your thing? Like, of course it's your thing. He was not down.
He's not Titus Andromedon, and like, that's a hard pill to swallow, especially because he goes by the same name. Like,
right.
Miley Cyrus and Miley Stewart were
one
the
and
same
the same
people.
And maybe it's me as a consumer, but I have a really hard time like separating people from their characters, and like I only like
It depends on the character.
Right.
Like, there are some people like, I mean, I was going to use Jennifer Aniston, but maybe you always think of her as Rachel. But she's just like ambiguous woman in a movie.
Totally. But like David Schwimmer is like the anti-Ross, which is so upsetting because like Ross is my favorite character.
That is really upsetting.
I got in a lot of shit the other day on Instagram for saying Ross is my favorite character. And I got into a fight in our friends group, which is, we have a, you know, as our morning toasters, we have a big group. And then we have like subsets of the groups for people who like stand different things. And I made one for friends because like I always have like questions and thoughts about friends. And someone was like, who's your favorite character? And I was like, Ross. And like I got so much shit for it. And I'm like, are you guys nuts? I look at it as a perspective. First of all, he's a total catch. Jewish guy, has a PhD, and like only wants to get married and like love a woman. And like no one will let him, you know? He's the best. And I would literally fight anyone who disagrees with me. Oh, and Rachel's
Who's the worst? Monica?
Monica, yeah. Because like, I was just thinking like, every character has like an iconic line, an iconic phrase. I literally could not think of one for Monica. I still can't.
That's really sad. Also, who's different from their character, but like in kind of a good way, Emilia Clarke and Daenerys.
Mm-hmm.
She is like the most energetic, bubbly, like youthful, vibrant person.
Yeah.
And Daenerys is like stone cold. But it's good because I really feel like I'm watching it. I don't feel like when I see Emilia, I'm seeing Daenerys.
But we also don't get exposed to Emilia a lot. She's not like friendly, like social media friendly.
No,
like,
she is social media friendly.
Is she?
Yeah, her Instagram is so weird that I actually don't follow it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like very, I don't know,
Okay.
quirky.
Quirky.
She's a quirky gal.
I hope nobody ever uses the word quirky to describe me or my social media. It's like, I think the worst word. You know what I think of quirky? When I think of quirky, literally what comes to mind is that girl Quinn from Zoe 101.
Oh, I wasn't even going to say that. I was going to say Zooey Deschanel.
Oh, that too. 500 Days of Summer and that girl from Zoe 101, Quinn.
500 Days of Summer was the worst movie I ever saw until I saw Boyhood.
And then The Lobster. But no. 500 Days of Summer is like not a bad movie. Like if it's on, I'll watch it. I'm just so confused by it because did it turn out that she was mentally ill or she was just weird?
I think I fell asleep. Also, people are saying Monica's iconic line is, I know.
I know. No, it's not good. That's like an annoying one. She says it like that. Like, Jackie,
Everyone's
just
saying
be like, you're the best.
You're the best.
I know. It's like, is that, it's such an annoying, by the way, Jackie doesn't watch Friends, so like, you guys know.
I don't, but Alec Baldwin's my favorite character.
Yeah.
Okay, this next story, I read it yesterday. I was like, I hope it's part of our Fast Five. Charlize Theron gained 50 pounds by eating mac and cheese at 2 a.m. Okay.
So I read this too and I was confused.
Hear me out. Charlize Theron put on a whopping 50 pounds to play overwhelmed mother Marlo in her new film, Tully. I wanted to feel what this woman felt, and I think that was a way for me to get closer to her and into that mindset, she told Entertainment Tonight. You know, it was a huge surprise to me. I got hit in the face pretty hard with depression. Yeah, for the first time in my life, I was eating so much processed foods, and I drank way too much sugar. I was not that fun to be around on this film. As described, Theron, 42, would eat around the clock just to keep the weight on. Like all of a sudden you're just done eating that amount and then it becomes a job, she said after confessing to eating In-N-Out for breakfast. I remember having to set my alarm in the middle of the night in order to just maintain the weight. She goes into gluttonous detail, adding,
Is she fucking
I would
kidding?
literally wake up at 2 in the morning and I'd have a cup of cold mac and cheese just next to me, the Oscar winner shared. I would wake up and I would just eat it. I would just like shove it in my throat. It's hard to maintain that weight.
This is how you know this person is a celebrity. It is not hard to gain weight, and it's certainly not a full-time job. All you need to do is have like 3 unhealthy meals a day and then like a bunch of snacks. Like you don't need to wake up and eat. Like that is so stupid. Do you know how many people gain weight on the reg just in the 12 hours that they're awake. That is so stupid. That's how you know she lives in this.
People are awake for more than 12
Oh,
hours.
really?
Yeah.
How long are you awake for?
Like, say you wake up at 8.
I try and sleep for 12 hours and then.
No, you wake up like around 8 or 9 and you go to bed around like 11 or 10.
Okay, so it's like 15 hours.
Yeah.
Whatever. All I'm saying is like she's obviously been in the Hollywood bubble too much and like has been eating like one piece of celery per day because like she thinks that in order to gain 50 pounds you have to be like round the clock eating like in your sleep. Like, bitch, are you kidding? Like, I'll show you. I gained 50 pounds like the last 3 months.
No, I literally gained 50 pounds.
Okay, no, but like I actually gained 50 pounds. Like, it's not that hard. I'll show you.
Maybe you should have played the woman.
Wait, someone in the comments said something so true. I just want to go back to the Friends thing. Ross's physical comedy is like unparalleled. Like
the physicality.
The physicality. Like he's hilarious and his like verbiage is funny, but the way he like reacts physically is what makes him such a great character. Thank you so much for saying that. I just couldn't put my finger on it.
I'm glad. Last story, and this will lead us into a Real Housewives of New York recap, even though Claudia didn't watch, like you really didn't miss anything, and there are a couple things that I think you'll even understand, even though you didn't watch.
Okay.
Bethenny Frankel has broken her silence on her fallout with BFF Carole Radziwill. Is there really bad blood between the skinny girl and the princess? Bethenny Frankel.
Princess?
I feel like that's like the way they say it in
Princess Diaries.
Yeah, the princess.
No, wait. I give you. Oh my God, I just drank so much water and I burped. Hold on. It's like when she gets a makeover and they have the pictures of her.
Yeah.
And now, a princess. That movie sucks. Actually, no, that movie's good. 2 and 3 were horrible.
Not horrible. Bethenny Frankel finally addressed her rumored feud with her bestie, Real Housewives of New York City co-star Carole Radziwill. There's no fallout between Carole and myself. I really love Carole, Bethenny recently told Australia's The Fix.
Oh, that's how you know it's real.
Most of my friends, my best friends, I'd have for 30 years, my best friends. So I have a really tight-knit group, and meeting any new people is always, I don't want to say risky, but it's not the same deep in dimension as friends that you'd have your whole life.
It's not the same.
Yeah, but also this isn't really making sense. And creating friendships under these circumstances on a reality show with so many people around, if you have any sort of slight shift, everybody's, well, what happened? And that happened. And so everyone's involved. There are too many cooks boiling the broth. But I love Carole, and I love being on this show with her, and it's been a great experience.
No, there's more to that than that. It has a lot to do with the charity.
And
like Bethenny didn't support her charity when she was running for the marathon, and Carole didn't support her charity when she was saving the world.
And it has a lot to do with Tinsley, I believe. Okay, so a few things happened on last night's episode of
Okay, tell me.
The one thing that I wrote down, because I needed to remember to tell you, so Mona pulls up to her Hamptons house. She
has a designer.
She's meeting an artist there who's like going to give her some artwork for her house. She's late. They're already in her driveway, whatever.
Oh, she's so rude.
She gets into the house. She has the artists take her bags out of the car and bring them into the house. Oh, do you mind just bringing those upstairs? They get upstairs. Then she's showing them around. She's like, oh, and I got this new furniture. Do you mind just putting it? She has the artist as moving men. They're carrying chairs. They're putting away wires for the TV.
That is so rude.
Oh my God, it was out of control.
She does that also when they went to Aspen and they went skiing and she got like the hot instructor and she had him come sit at après ski and like get her drinks. I felt so bad. And when they went to Mexico, she had that housekeeper Ramona bring her tea like every morning at 9 a.m. Like, it's so rude. And
it's
like
so
literally
rude,
my biggest pet peeve is like when people are rude to other people, like in the service industry. Like, it's so fucking demeaning. It's like I can't hang out with people.
For sure, but these people weren't even in the service industry.
Right.
She's making like well-renowned artists carry her ottomans upstairs and downstairs.
But she gets away with that, and like it pisses me off.
Yeah, but she's also an older woman, so like you have to think of it. It's not Ramona, but like a 60-plus-year-old woman, like. If you had a little old lady and you go to her house and she asks you to help move around some things, like you wouldn't feel so bad, would you?
I guess that's true, but she's not a little old lady, like.
But she's 61, like that's not young. She looked so good in this episode.
Really?
Her hair looks so good. She is like Benjamin Button. She's been looking fantastic, and she behaved well, and it was a good episode for Ramona.
I heard Dorinda was out of control.
Well, she gets into a fight with Sonia because like Sonia's talking about how she's been through so much, and Dorinda was like, "We're so sick of hearing about how you got divorced 15 years ago. Like I buried my husband," and so. Her like Sonia's kind of equating like her divorce to like I don't like they were brunching and like there was maybe like a mimosa on the table.
Right.
I think Dorinda really felt that way though.
Okay.
And then also what was interesting is Bethenny, Carole, and Tinsley go out for brunch in the Hamptons. Carole is not staying at Bethenny's house. Carole and Tinsley get a hotel room.
Who's staying at Bethenny's?
Like her daughter's there. She said she has a full house with her daughter and probably like her staff.
Sade.
So Sade. And they go to brunch and like. It was like Carole and Tinsley showed up together because they're staying together, and Bethenny showed up like a minute later. And Bethenny approaches the table, and like Carole and Tinsley like, don't stop their conversation, like don't even look up at Bethenny. Like Bethenny, it's so weird. They're like being rude. Also, Bethany's really sensitive.
Yeah.
Like she showed up to her own birthday dinner like 12 minutes late, and no one was there yet, and she's like sitting there like being a weenie. Like it's not that everyone's 30 minutes late. It's like you're filming, you're taking cars.
There's
like,
other
There's a lot
factors.
of moving pieces, and like it's not like no one cared to show up to your birthday, and
Totally.
also didn't acknowledge the fact that they're late. It seems as on all of these shows, like everyone's late, and that's just a function of like they're filming a TV show.
Totally.
It's not that easy to just get out the door.
I agree. Someone tweeted something at me like really insightful about Dorinda in the sense that like they paralleled her behavior to Brandy Glanville, where like she would get drunk and say like below the belt like crazy rude things, and people like don't acknowledge it as much as they did Brandy. Like Brandy was like, but like I guess Dorinda's delivery is just like a little better, and she's like a little classier. But like she really does like go below the belt a lot.
She doesn't go as below as Brandy did.
No, Brandy was out of
what's the
control.
worst thing that Dorinda said to someone?
I don't know. Your vagina's like the Holland Tunnel.
Right.
Like, that is so crazy.
That's true. I don't
But
know.
like you just don't think of it as that crazy because I
'Cause
guess
it's
the New
coming
York
from-
Housewives are like a little bit more like tasteful than Brandy. I don't know.
And like Dorinda's like older than Brandy, and I feel like she a little bit has the right to say those things, whereas
Yeah.
Brandy's just like she's comes out swinging.
Yeah, and she's like a young girl who uses the C word.
And Dorinda doesn't attack someone until she feels attacked.
Yeah.
Whereas like Brandy just like,
But Dorinda's also like paranoid and is always feeling attacked, I think.
especially I feel like when she drinks, but so do we all.
Yes, so do we all.
Yeah. Imagine how like you would be drunk and on
No,
television.
I would never, if I was a housewife, which I'm working on becoming, I would never, ever drink.
But then you would be a wiener,
I don't
and
care.
you probably wouldn't last very long because you have to keep it in.
I know how to drink.
Really? Is that what you've been
Wow,
doing?
I'm so hungry. Oh
Are
my
you a
God.
fake drinker?
No,
The
never.
secrets come
I'm
out.
a real drinker.
RHONJ
I didn't watch
exposed.
Riverdale, but neither did you, so we will recap that at another time.
But Margot called me after she watched, and she was shook. And
Was
she
it the
said-
Carrie episode?
She said it was so weird.
A weird? Mm-hmm. Fuck.
I know, but maybe we'll like it because
We're like more mature.
maybe it's like more art.
Yeah, like tasteful.
Yeah, and that's like we're just connoisseurs of the arts.
So can we go back to the list of
The
things
list
that we
of
want
things.
to talk
Okay,
about?
first, before we get into like all of our self-promotion, let's talk about Josh Groban and who he should date.
Okay, so Josh Groban is like I would say in his early 30s, mid late 30s. I don't know.
I'm gonna go in the 30s.
I thought Kat Von Dennings was weird. I didn't think it was a good pairing. I don't see them together. He's really into like artistry,
Kat Von D.
whatever. He's really into like.
No, he's very, very funny. You have to think of him
Okay.
in that way. A funny guy with a funny bone. Who are the single females these days?
Honestly, Amelia Clark. Because she dated Seth MacFarlane, who's also
So
like a
you-
funny guy.
So you know she has a funny bone.
Yeah. He's very handsome, Josh Groban. But he's also like an artist. She's very much a part of like her artist, her craft. Amelia Clark.
Done.
That's a really good one.
And he definitely watches Game of Thrones.
Completely. He's definitely like a fan of hers.
Yeah, they've definitely met. They've definitely like made
And he
out.
definitely appreciates like a real like woman's body. Like she has like a feminine body. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, they've definitely made out.
Totally. I can't believe we just paired that.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, what was the second
We
thing
should
we
write
wanted
them
to
a
talk
note. Amelia.
I'll tweet them.
The other night at bed, Josh Groban was saying,
Josh Groban was telling me how he wants to put his head between your tits.
okay, Patreon. What questions were you seeing?
Oh, people are asking when it's going to start. So I think when you subscribe, I'm 90% sure your payment starts on the first of every month. So our first episode is going to come out on the first of this month, and then we'll start with 5
May
episodes a month.
1st.
May 1st.
And then you'll get 5 episodes that month. People were like, is it audio? Is it video? So here's the thing. Every month you will get 5 extra podcast episodes.
Audio only.
In addition to that, there's gonna be other stuff. There's gonna be video content. There's gonna be photos, maybe even some blog content. But that'll vary every month. The 5 podcast episodes will be constant. Every month.
And then the last thing I want to talk about is my Caroline show, because unfortunately all the general admission tickets are sold out, so it's just too bad for you if you didn't get one. But there are a couple VIP tickets left, and then I'm like, you know what, they're kind of expensive. I should make it worth everyone's while. So once they sell out, which hopefully they do, if you want to buy a ticket, May 10th and 11th, I'm doing 2 shows each night, an early and a late show. It's going to be such a good time. VIP ticket gets you I think better seating and definitely like some time afterwards to like hang out and take a pic with me. But I'm doing a thing where if you buy a VIP ticket, if you've already bought one or if you're going to buy one, you're automatically entered into this contest I'm doing. And this contest I'm doing is basically where I pick 10 people, which is kind of a lot. And if you are chosen, you'll get the following. 1, you'll be able to come to a taping of The Toast, which will be so lit. 2nd, you will get to go to a boozy brunch with Ben and I. So Ben and I are taking all 10 people out for a boozy brunch on me.
Where do you think you're gonna go?
I think the Wayfair. I feel like that's a good place.
Oh my God,
And then
that's
they'll
so
give me a
good.
discount too.
Oh, totally. I was just there. So tasty.
It's so tasty.
What a great tuna poke.
Okay, maybe I'll use the upstairs like private room.
Ooh.
Okay. Then you're also going to get a swag bag. What that swag bag will include are some of my favorite things, including beauty products and exclusive Toast merch, which is on its way to you, but these people are going to get it first and for free. So it'll be over $150 worth. So I really suggest you buying a VIP ticket.
And brunch is on you?
Yes.
Oh, so it's more than 100.
No, I meant the swag bag.
Oh, okay, cool.
Is way more than $150 value.
Oh, wow, you're just giving it away now. Do you want to consult with me?
No, I'm talking about the beauty products too.
Oh, cool. What beauty products?
Some of my favorite things.
Like?
We'll see.
What's your favorite thing?
It varies. Like this week, I would say it's the What's Up Benefit highlighter.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember I used that like in high school.
I know.
Nothing came out.
But I don't think we like knew how to use highlighter in high
It's true,
school.
but like if it was very like pigmented, if we put it anywhere, it would have been like so much.
Okay, that's the thing too. Do you know that it's double-sided?
Yeah, it has the brush side and the highlighter
So
side.
I thought the only side was the brush side, and I was literally twisting and twisting and twisting and twisting. So that's why it never came out in high school, because I was using the wrong side.
Interesting. Okay, so that's
Right
your
now,
favorite now.
right now.
And like this year.
This year, it's probably my Tarte Drink of H2O serum. It is so delicious.
I just started using it, and now I use it like right after I wake up, and then I make my coffee, do my hair. So by the time I sit down to do my makeup, it's sunken in.
I do it, and then I put my face on the air conditioner so it like dries. It's
That's
so
hilarious.
good.
It's good, and even if you do your makeup right after, it doesn't wipe off with
But
your
you also
shit.
can use it as like a nighttime moisturizer. It's just so hydrating.
I like something a little bit more real
Creamy.
for
Me too.
a nighttime moisturizer, like a thick old lady moisturizer. There's just nothing better. So I think that's it, everyone.
What a great show. I feel like if you are trying to get one of your friends or one of your colleagues to watch the show, I would show them today's show, because like this was premium content.
And this is pretty much what you can expect from us every day.
Every day,
And I didn't see any comments about audio issues, so thank the Lord.
Thank the Lord. If you are not, make sure you are subscribed to our podcast app, because that's where we will be every day. In addition to YouTube, you can go ahead and subscribe and like our Facebook page. Also follow us on Instagram for major premium content. Yesterday, I worked maybe 4 hours on recreating the and it came out okay.
No, it came out good.
What did people say on Instagram? You posted it. Did they like it?
Yeah, they liked it.
Okay.
It was good.
Okay, good.
Yeah, definitely follow us on Instagram for premium content. Also, Jackie O Problems, Girl with No Job, Boy with No Job, Pup with No Job, Margaret Oshry, Olivia Oshry. What other no jobs?
If you want to follow Pup with Your Job and wish him a happy birthday tomorrow, I feel like it would mean a lot to him. Oh my God, Ben was making the funniest jokes.
Also, like, you need to, maybe his official portrait photographer should come over to take some birthday photos of him, just like the Royals.
Wait, I have to tell you something so funny, because you know how you always talk about Theo like he's a person, like, what's in Theo's calendar today?
Yeah.
Ben was making the funniest jokes last night about how he's so sad how probably Theo can't come to my show because like he can't afford it because he doesn't have a credit card.
Oh, so it's funny when Ben says it.
Yeah, it is.
Theo is a person. Maybe for his birthday he could cameo on the toast.
Done.
Okay, we're gonna
and tomorrow's Friday, so like he can definitely come and like chill.
And,
I just want him to like be cool, you know.
Don't be all uncool.
He won't
Maybe
be.
like take him for a long
Lengthy walk
before.
Yeah, that's
we could take him for a walk around here.
Yeah, but like, how early are you trying to wake up tomorrow?
I don't know. We've been waking up really early anyway.
You guys, thank you so much for tuning in. That's all we got for you. We will see you tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. We're so close to the weekend, you guys. Like, I can smell it.
Is that the weekend?